Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to a landmark video. So this is a little mini series in its own special way that kind of represents like a milestone in my YouTube channel. So not too long ago, Giants Volume 4 went out, which was pretty cool, and I'm very proud of my creations, well, to a limit I suppose. The XXL quads keep derailing, and that's a real pain in the ass for me, so they're not really big favourites as much as I thought they would be, at least. So I have a new favourite quadruplex, so I'll tell you which one that is in a moment. The idea of this is that it goes over all of my engines, my rolling stock, the amount of track I've got, and any landmarks like stations and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's nothing too exciting in a way, because I'm not going to be pulling everything out. You'll kind of see it all set up as it is, the way that I kind of leave it. Nice sunny day, of course, but I'm not going to open the window anymore, because if I do, you'll just get blinded. It's going to get. It's good to have natural light instead of using a torch. Let's jump in up here. So we have some of the OG quads, some of the originals. We got Grey Hound, which is the second quad ever made. Very cool engine indeed. I actually might get that on the track again one day, because it's actually a boss engine. In front of it we have the Midnight Panther, based on a German black and red colour scheme. It does look very cool. I do like this little bit in the middle here. Very cool design indeed. We have quadruplex number 6. We've got Stevenson's Champion. Very, very cool indeed. I do like that it's the only XXL wheeled quadruplex that actually doesn't derail, which is really good. Down here we actually got some little maintenance vehicles of some sort, or whatever you want to call them. A couple of octane fuel tankers, or well, not tankers, but vans. I don't know, would you call them tankers or would you call them vans? Trucks or something, I don't know, I'll leave that with you, what you want to call them. We got a forklift as well. This came with the Blue City cargo train set, which was a really good set, and I think it is about time that I put some of the rolling stock back together, because it's good to have some freight. We'll get to that in a moment though. So going behind, we have the original rocket, that's still there. It's my favourite small engine. It is something that I honestly didn't think would survive this long, but I didn't want to, because obviously I have the quadruplex version, but I wanted to keep the original one, so yeah, that's quite amazing as to how that survived. We got our little, so this little thing back here, in case anybody's wondering, is a little mock sort of vintage coach sort of thing. That was supposed to go with my, was it a 171 engine? It was one of the 3 vintage trains I got. It's the first one, but that engine is actually not up here. It's in the box somewhere, but I know where it is. But yeah, I thought I'd make a couple more different like wagons or whatever, and that was one of the designs, but obviously it's not the best looking thing, so kind of just lives there now. Both my Emerald Knight coaches are synced behind the rocket, as long as the white holiday train one, which is actually a little bit different. I do need to add the extra windows onto the coach, as well as kind of tidy up some of the edges, but I most likely won't get around to doing it because I'm just lazy. We have my blue tank engine, which is really cool. It's basically my version of Thomas, and to back that up we still have the jet engine. Very cool mock indeed. That is going to be like one of the things I put on like a shrine pedestal sort of thing. I love that so much. Over here we have something that I haven't touched in a while, which is why it's quite dusty. Jesus. This is just its own little thing with a brick saying the Great Western Brick Show 2017. Come on, camera focus, you got this. I think that's as good as it's going to get. But yeah, this brick costs like £3 or something stupid like that, but it's just to say you've been to the Great Western Lego show from last year. I don't know if we'll be going as much as I have in the past. I've been to 2 now? Yeah, I've been to 2 of them, and yeah, it's just a commemorative brick sort of thing. Behind that is the what would you call that? What's the, is it livestock? Would you say livestock? But yeah, it's like an animal transfer sort of thing. It's got the bull inside. That again is from the Blue City train. Very cool piece of rolling stock. We've got some more quads now. We've got the Big Red, the third quadruplex to go under surgery. This is my new favourite engine because obviously this doesn't derail because it has the standard Lego wheels. And it looks like a fucking boss engine. Watch the action video of this thing. It looks incredible. And all the other videos with Big Red, of course. Blue Guardian number 4, which is a very unique one because this is one of the more streamlined. Well, this is one of 2 streamlined engines I've got. Obviously, Orange Bullet being the other one. But this one features tiny wheels. So if I move that over there. Tiny wheels on a big engine. I don't know if that was a good idea, but it's too late now. It does look really good, and the one thing I find really odd is that the funnels on all my engines are normally massive, but this is the funnel idea I've got for this one. It's just a bit cringe to me, I don't know. But that's not the best thing ever. So back here we have one of the stations that comes with the red passenger train set. It is an interesting little station because it's, well, tiny, but it also comes with this signal, which looks pretty damn cool. I do have 3 of those because I bought 3 of the sets in order to make the Express. But only one of them is made, so, you know, I don't need to bother with the other 2. Around here we have the yellow, it's an old Lego System diesel set. It's not 100% accurate. There's a couple of pieces missing, but for what that is, that's pretty much built up to be exactly the same. I do have the rolling stock parts out and around somewhere. I would like to try and build those up, but again, it's not going to happen for a very long time. I don't think I'll be able to find all those parts. I have boxes organised, but it's really difficult to try and find small individual parts for them to be put back together. Behind there is the OG Holiday Winter Train. It's a tender engine, it's tiny, but it's very, very cool. I have a video of that in action, you can check that out if you want to get a better look. And this is a coach that came with one of the vintage trains, which I turned into one big one, because it looks so much better like this. I love this coach, it looks absolutely phenomenal. It's got little gates with doors on the side, it's just got seats, and actually we can get a better look inside, because the roof comes off. Let me try and balance it first. There we are. Ta-da! No little thing where you have to like press it down on any brakes. It's all tied, it's all flat, so I can just slide that back on. Very cool. Take it back off. 5 seats and 6, well 12 I suppose, tiny windows. It's a very unique looking coach. I do love that coach, and it looks really good with the Stephenson's Champion and the Stephenson's rocket engine, of course. Very unique. Right, let's go down here, where the giants live. So down here we have the White Medallion, the Orange Bullet, and the Emerald Champion. These engines you have all seen very recently, so I'm not going to go into a lot with these, but the White Medallion has had a couple of changes recently. Check out those videos if you haven't seen them already. Behind the White Medallion is my Horizon Express. So this is a combination of 3 Horizon Express train sets. It's now down to only 7 coaches because some of those bricks were turned into this big old engine here. And if I shuffle myself this way, we have the Winter Holiday Train Station from the that's 2017. The Winter Train set itself is 2016. But it's a nice little set for what it is, but it's still very costly for what it's, you know, actually given you. On the side as well, I think this was actually extended because I have the original train set from 2 years ago. So I thought I'd add a little platform in just as its own, well, extra add-on, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's an interesting model. Let's move on to the next bit. So, yeah, over to my recording area. Well, recording area, it's just my PC basically. But under here, where I play footsies, there's a lot of my rolling stock. So here is my so this is my Metroliner Express, the red City Express is there, and the white Coach Express is there as well. You see there's a couple in the back, and there's some underneath the Metroliner sets. It's all there. The red ones are underneath under there, so sorry, it's all there, you don't need to worry about that. And here in this big box is my rolling stock and some of the smaller engines, including, but not limited to, my custom version of the Holiday Train. Come on, get off. There we go. So this was a very funky idea, and it inspired a fan to make their own versions. So thank you very much to that fan who took inspiration to that. I will leave a link to his video of it in the description because it looks absolutely banging. So let's move out of the way. I'm not going to get all of it out because there's just way too much here. There's a lot of stuff in here. So in the back, you can barely see it, but that giant cog there, that's the contraption. This is a flatbed from the 2006 Christmas train set. That is the gondola from the hobby train set. I really like that one, so I rebuilt that and kept it. We got some of the 317 stuff here, of course. That is a... I'm actually going to try and get this one out. So this is a vintage kind of piece of rolling stock, very cool indeed. That was bought at an auction, which was very cool. But that was its own little separate sort of thing. There was that and another bit of vintage rolling stock that came with one of these boxes with a ton of blue track. So now I have a ton of blue track, but it's never going to get used. One of the best things, I've got two lights underneath my desk, so I can just turn these on and off whenever I'm going to go under here and grab something. Now the last bit is around here. I've got to move a few things out of the way, but in these drawers are basically all of my track. It's absolutely chocked. Get a couple of Lego sets out of the way. So in here we've got points, we've got straights, we've got curves. I got bags of flexi track. So these bags here actually came from two of the orders I made from Bricklink for the red city train set. They all came in big bags like that, and they're like the most cramped box ever, which isn't the coolest thing, but understandable. I have way too many curve tracks. Again, it's all under here. I've got lots of plastic. I've got some 9V. I can make a pretty big circuit, but nothing big as you've seen for like the quad action videos. The other drawer, of course, a lot more. And inside here are, as you can see, well, you can't really see this, but some of these sets of 9V track have been, you know, they've got rubber bands on. There's some sets of the kind of standard plastic track like this, but curves. But they still got those pins in the middle of the track to keep them all together, as if they were like fresh from the set. Because obviously you get a massive amount of curved track compared to how much straight track you get, which is a bit ridiculous because, you know, you can only use so much curved track. You need to be able to get more straight pieces to make a better circuit. And yeah, that's it really. That's a longer video than I thought it was going to be. That's 13 minutes. Wow. But yeah, that's everything Lego train wise that I own. It's amazing to think that all of these have been shown on my channel one way or another, and they've inspired people to build their own versions, that people have taken a liking to these, and all I can say is thank you so much for sticking around. I don't know what I'm going to do after this, to be honest. I'm a bit stuck for videos, so things might slow down quite drastically. Thank you ever so much for watching though. Be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. I will see you all soon, I suppose. Bye.